Yeah. Okay. There we go.
It does that. Yeah. You good?
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah. Okay. Hey. Hey everyone, welcome to Plant-Based Lounge. I am Tanya Marie, founder of Neo-Zenti Encore, and with me today is my good friend Cynthia Obeng, founder of and then became us events and wedding planner. Hey Tim, hey everyone.
Hey, how are you? Hi
guys. So guys, I just explained what's going to happen today. So today, because it's coming up to Valentine's, it's coming up to Valentine's. So myself and Cynthia, we joined forces to prepare two really simple, cost-effective canapes and a cocktail each. The canapes are bellinis. So one of the bellinis is cucumber, smoked cream cheese, smoked artichoke, and kiwi. And the second canapé is rice cakes. I know Cynthia's got an alternative to the rice cakes. Mm-hmm. Avocado, sun-dried tomatoes, and basil. So yeah, okay. So let's get started.
Let's get started. Hold on 1 second. One second. Continue. Okay. Right. So this is exciting stuff then.
It is. So what was your alternative to the rice cakes?
Well, do you know what? I decided to use multi-seed Ribena as an alternative.
Okay, that's cool.
So it's got a bit of rye in it. It's got a bit of extra crunch because of the multi-seeds and stuff like that. So I thought I'd give that a try and see how it comes out.
All right, wicked. All right then. So what I say to do, let's start with the cucumber.
Okay, cool.
So I just explained to the guys. So the cucumber. So everything Cynthia and I had prepared things in advance to make it a lot faster. Yeah. So the cucumber looks like this, and it's about 1 centimeter thick, and the kiwi is the same size. So you want them to basically just fit together. Basically, you don't really want if you're looking for a presentation, you don't want it to really be overlapping or anything like that. Yeah. So yeah. So when you have the cucumber, so guys, we're going to prepare 3. How many are you doing, Sim? 3 or 4?
3. So I've laid 3 out.
Okay, so we're going to do 3 of these each, and then Sim, once you've got the cucumber, on top of that, put the cream cheese.
Okay.
Now, guys, I use smoked cream cheese. You don't have to use smoked cream cheese. It's just, I like smokiness, but you don't have to use anything that's smoked. It's really up to you.
Yeah. I've used cream cheese flavored with a bit of garlic.
Yeah, that's my kind of jazz.
Yeah. Just nice and little infusion, you know? So. Exactly.
And then it's the same with the, what is it called? I always forget what it's called. The artichoke.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I buy the smoked artichoke.
Okay.
I bought the smoked artichoke this time round, but it's not as smoky as it usually is.
Okay.
But it's still got like the pepper and the, the salt and the olive oil, so it's still good.
Okay, yeah. I've got like an antipesti type of artichoke, which it's done in a way, and it's in an olive oil. Really nice, actually. Really nice flavour, So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So Tam, for those that don't know you, and are seeing you for the first time, what would you like to share that you do? Like, explain the kind of thing that you do in terms of Neo-Zenti.
Okay. So what I will say is, so I have 2 services. I run 2 services. So one of them is very much bespoke, sorry. One of them is bespoke, so it entails personal chefing, which may entail me going to a client's home, or me, it's like cooking within a client's home, or I may prepare food at home and deliver it, and then they finish it off. I give them the instructions to finish it off. But it's all tailored to their needs. You know, I like to get to know my customers a little bit and find out what they're about, and then try and tailor to their needs, like inject their personality into the food. And that also includes meal plans, it includes events. The other side of the spectrum is very much community based. So it's a 2-day restaurant. I'm a little bit behind. It's just because I've been working on other stuff behind closed doors. It's very community based. So it's a 2-day restaurant, an online restaurant. You have to pre-order, and the menu will go up in advance. There will always be 3 cuisines on the menu. One will be West Indian, one will be Oriental, and the other one will be alkaline. The reason why it's so community based is because it's cheaper, for one, and 2, there's a percentage of the proceeds which will go towards Haringey food banks. I say Haringey food banks because I reside in Haringey. The other side of that is that there's also not a percentage, but if you work within the NHS, you will get a discount, an automatic discount, so long as you can prove that you work with the NHS. And then on top of that, if you're a repeating customer, I'm not talking about someone that orders once and then you come back twice, but if you're a loyal customer, if you're a loyal customer, you then have a say as to what you would like to see on the menu. So you know, because there's certain cuisines. So like I've already mentioned the cuisines that I specialize in. I also specialize in modern British, but it's not really my flavor. But it doesn't mean I'm not capable of producing modern British. So maybe you might say, you know what, I'd like a vegan pie and mash. You know, and you're a loyal customer. What I will do is I will put that on the menu temporarily. So you can have that. You know, so it's like 2 ends of the different ends of the spectrum, but I'm trying to cater to all people.
Nice. Okay, cool. So what's the next thing?
All right.
Cream cheese.
This one, kiwi. And then on top of the kiwi, put the smoked artichoke.
So Tanya, you mentioned the food banks earlier. Why the food banks?
Okay, so with the food banks, it's something that I'm very passionate about. I mean, I've never had to use a food bank as such. But I think a lot of us can relate to whether, you know, you was raised in a home where there were times where food was scarce, you know, or, you know, you have a family, or, you know, you've been made redundant, or you work multiple jobs and you still struggle to put a basic meal on the table. You know, I've got a food bank that's literally on my doorstep, and I didn't know it was a food bank until I inquired. And it was just crazy. I think this was during the first lockdown. And I saw masses of people outside. And when I inquired, and a guy told me that it was a food bank. I'm talking about people with boxes on their shoulders, bags in their hands, you know, and I'm thinking, in this day and age, we're not a third world country, and it's terrible that third world countries are going through this. But when you think, especially like living in London, and this is how people are suffering, it's crazy. It's like, how can you explain that? You know, so because I can relate to it on so many different levels, it's like I want to give back. So I don't have loads, and I don't think you have to have loads in order to be able to help others.
Yeah.
You know, so that's the reason for me wanting to contribute towards
Nice.
food banks.
I like that. I really like that. Okay, so what's next for the
So with this one, put the dill.
Okay.
Just like a finishing touch.
Okay. Hey, these sprigs are very big, aren't they?
Yeah, I really broke mine down. You literally have to kind of like take them apart.
Okay. That looks so nice.
And that's that. I'll show you. It looks so cool.
It really does. Okay.
Show yours then. So guys, this is my one.
So this is my one.
And how long did that take? How long did that
and we've been doing it. It's so easy. We've been doing it like while we've been having a nice little chat as well. So it's quite handy.
Isn't it? It's that simple. Like, guys, get together. Well, you can't. Yeah, you can get together like on Zoom and do stuff like this.
Yeah, you can. Definitely. So, what's the idea behind the name of Neo Zenti? Because it's really unusual.
It is, and it was like, to cut a long story short.
Yeah.
I was at this place in my life, and I said, you know what? I'm forever growing. I'm forever elevating.
Yeah.
And I needed to find, and I'm all about business, so I needed to find a name that suits me. In the past, I came up with names that were just kind of random names tailored to what I was doing, but it wasn't really a reflection of me as a person.
Yeah.
So I had to ask myself questions like, where are you now?
Yeah.
How do you feel?
Yeah.
And I was like, I feel new, Neo meaning new. So in terms of Zen, I'm a spiritual person. I'm always at peace with others and with myself. So Zen, Neo Zen. And then I'm thinking, okay, that sounds cool, but there's a little something else that I need to add to it, just to like spice it up a little bit. I was thinking, what is it? I don't know what it is. And I thought, okay, Tanya. Obviously, my name's Tanya. So T, Neo Zenti, just to kind of seal it. And what I like about it as well is that it sounds very Afrocentric. Yeah. And I am Afrocentric. So it just kind of sums me up in a nutshell.
I like that. Yeah. Nice. I love the name Neo Zenti. I really love it. It's a great one, definitely. Oh dear. Right. So I'm very pleased because all of that's been made now. So
for the next canapé.
Yeah.
So the next canapé are the rice crackers. Since you said you've got the Rivita.
Yeah.
How do they look? Okay. Yeah, so mine look like this. So the I call them rice crackers, actually rice cakes.
Yeah.
So they're like this, they're quite big, but in terms of making it into a canapé, I've cut them in half.
Okay, so I should cut
just
this
a little bit.
Them.
Yeah, you don't have to, but it's just something that I do.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, just about done it.
So on top of the rice cracker, let's start with the avocado, I would say.
Okay. Yeah. No problem. Okay.
And guys, so the avocado has been dressed with just a bit of lemon, salt, and a little bit of pepper.
Yeah.
So like literally really, really simple stuff.
So I've got 4 sort of square shaped things because
I've got 4 quarters as well.
Yeah. So I've split it in. Yeah.
I'm making a bit of a mess here. You,
me both, but hey, that's how we roll.
Guys, I'm preparing on a plate that I would serve on. Like normally I wouldn't do this. I would prepare it on a plate that I'm not serving on, and then place it on a plate that I'm serving on. But yeah, this is fine because it's just a video.
Exactly. So you know, all on your like Instagram page, I've seen so many of your foods, and they just look so yummy and inviting. And I'm just like, to be honest, I just want to jump in the screen and eat them all, and I'm off to make stuff. So what inspires you? What's the idea behind your inspiration, your creativity?
I would say it's any and everything. Like I'm inspired very easily. For me, it's about triggers. I'm triggered by certain things. Mm-hmm. So it could be beauty. When I say beauty, for me, beauty comes in many different forms. You know, it could be that I see flowers and that would spark something in my level of creation. Yeah. It could be that I've had a conversation with someone. Someone said something really nice to me, or, you know, paid me a compliment, or even if it's not that, there's just triggers that I find. I could, you know, take a walk and see the trees, and then that I bring that into my level of creativity. Yeah. So the way that my mind works is that I'm on a kind of like on a every second basis, I'm triggered by something, and then I retain that information, and then I will inject that into my food. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, nice. But I like that. I know. I think as creatives, our brains just keep going on and on and on and on.
Exactly. Sometimes it's hard to sleep sometimes, or like I'll wake up and, you know, sometimes it takes a while for your mind. I know with a lot of people, it takes a while for their mind to adjust. Like, oh, you know, you have to wait to speak to them. Yeah. Whereas with me, I'm the opposite. It's like before my eyes even open, it's like, I'm ready. Okay, so yeah, this is what I'm thinking. Boom, boom. I love it. It's constant. It's constant. And I'm not an extrovert, but when it comes to business, my mind's always on it. Yeah. You know? Yeah, I know what you mean. Always on it. I know what you mean. Right. So we've got the avocado on here. Yeah. So on top of the avocado, so you can do it two ways. So where we've got the sun-dried tomatoes, I want us to apply the agar syrup. Okay. Just a touch of it, so you can either put it on top of the avocado, or you can put the sun-dried tomatoes first and then put the agar. Okay. It's up to you. I think I'm gonna. So guys, I think I'm gonna do 2 with the agar first and 2 on top of the sun-dried tomato. See how it comes through. Okay. So guys, you don't have to use the agar. For me, it just adds that little bit of sweetness to it. Yeah. So if you are using this, you only want like a slight touch, like nothing major, just a slight touch. I feel like I'm dressing pancakes. So what's the hardest thing that you found going vegan, or plant-based, I should say, because you're not fully vegan, are you? You're plant-based. No, I'm not. Yeah, no, yeah. So everyone that's watching this video, I'm not vegan. I can't claim to be vegan because I live a plant-based lifestyle. So what I consume, what I put into my system is very much plant-based. If you're ever one of my clients, everything you receive is plant-based. But in terms of what I have in my home, things that I wear, I know for a fact there's some things that I have that aren't vegan. Just to clarify. So I'm on the verge, I'm on my way making steps to becoming vegan, but I'm not there yet. Okay. I would say the hardest thing was, so for those that don't know, I was making this transition just over a year ago now. And I was working as a chef as a regular chef, like cooking meat and things like that in professional restaurants, and making that transition to a plant-based lifestyle is completely different, you know, to working with meat, working with fish. It's completely different. So I would say what I struggled with is not having the knowledge and not knowing where to go, because back then, even ordering a vegetarian dish on the menu, you'd be lucky if you got more than a salad. You know, it was really basic. Chefs didn't really invest in vegetarian cuisine, so God forbid you was to ask for a vegan meal. Like, we've come a long way since then, but yeah, I would say that was my biggest struggle. And then vegan, just knowing what to do, you know, so with food, so I would have to do a lot of research, you know, in terms of using certain flours, in terms of, you know, soy sauce, something that is so basic. You wouldn't think that it contains meat that you can't use it. Do you see what I mean? But making those small changes, even in terms of this, you know, the agave, like my go-to was honey. Vegans don't use honey. Do you see what I mean? So it's easy to make assumptions. I can use this because it's not meat based, but really you shouldn't, you know. So yeah, I think it just comes with knowledge at the end of the day. That's what I struggled with, not having the knowledge.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. These are looking so nice. I can't wait to taste them.
I know, they look wicked. They look wicked, don't they?
They look really nice. Really nice.
And just to finish that off, Sim. Put the basil. The basil leaf.
Okay. Sure. No problem. I love the smell of basil.
So do I. It's one of my favorite herbs.
Oh, it's just divine. It's so nice.
That and coriander. I know people aren't a huge fan of coriander, but
no, I love coriander.
So do I. I never used to. I used to think it tastes like washing up liquid. I was like, this is disgusting. I think I had it in this was when I was just young and stupid, but but now I love it. I absolutely love it. Guys, so this is the rice cake canapé. And Sim's one is the Rivita canapé. Yeah. Like, how quick was that to make?
I must take a picture before I start eating them, because I'll get excited and then be kicking myself because I never took a picture in advance. Right, let's get a picture. Nice. Lovely. So you know it's Valentine's on Sunday, right? So I thought I'd ask you a few questions about Valentine's. Curious to see what your answers are.
Okay.
So what are your thoughts on Valentine's?
You know what? I would say I kind of sit in the middle with where Valentine's is concerned. I'm not necessarily against it, and I wouldn't say that I'm all for it. What I would say is that if you're in a relationship, or should I let me speak for myself. If I'm in a relationship and I'm with someone that for Valentine's, then I'll be like, yeah, let's do this, you know. If I'm with someone that's not really, because I know a lot of people think, oh, you know, it's money making, la la la. And I get that. But it just depends on what I'm getting from the person that I'm with. I mean, if it was my birthday, it'd be a completely different story. You can't say I'm not into birthdays because, you know, that can't work.
No.
But with Valentine's, I sit in the middle. And I think it's beautiful if you're with someone and the two of you, like, you know, you create the love anyway on a day-to-day basis. But because of the Valentine's thing, you know what? Yeah, let's do something with this. You know, I think that's beautiful. So that's why I sit in the middle. I think it just depends on who you're with. You know, and your flow.
Okay. Yeah. So do you have a special Valentine?
Do I have a Valentine?
Yeah.
No.
Would you like a Valentine?
No, you know why? I wouldn't. Because I'm so focused on all that I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
And as nice as it can be to have a Valentine's, I think it would, because I know how I am, you know. So if I'm really into someone, it would just kind of be a pleasant distraction, but nonetheless, it's still a distraction.
Yeah.
You know. So no.
Very enough. Okay. So if you were to choose 3 people to have like a special Valentine's plant-based meal, who are the 3 people that you would choose, and what would you like to maybe have on the menu or see on the
menu? Okay, so I'll go with the food. I'll go with the menu first because it's something I saw in the supermarket today. So what I would like to see on the menu is a three-course meal. Consisting of mushrooms. I love mushrooms. I know some people hate them, but I love mushrooms. And I would love to see what a chef would do with a dessert consisting of mushrooms.
Oh wow.
I would like to see if their mind works in the same way that mine does. So three-course menu with consisting of mushrooms. With mushrooms being the main feature.
Right.
In terms of who I would have the meal with, I would say first person would be someone that's no longer with us, but the father of my daughter. He was just amazing, you know, like going way back. We were kind of like Bonnie and Clyde. And he was just like such a cool, like he was my guy, like so chilled, you know, so down to earth, like literally so cool. So it would be him. The second person, which may sound a little bit bizarre, would be David Attenborough.
Oh, I like him.
And I do too. I think he's so great. There's just really something magical from what I see anyway with David. Do you see what I mean? And I think because we grew up watching him on TV, and when it came to wildlife programs, like he was the guy.
He was. He makes something so simple and probably boring look so amazing and fabulous.
Exactly.
You're like, oh, okay.
Isn't it? Like literally from the tone of his voice, like very therapeutic. And I always said that he should do audio books, like for children and adults. For the times that I can't sleep, just put on a little David. You see what I mean? David will sort your problems when you can't sleep.
To help you flow, to go to nice deep sleep.
Be like, what you saying, David? What you saying? The third person would be I would say my most recent friend. So I made a friend, not to sound like a child, I made a friend, but I made a friend not too long ago. I think it was during the second lockdown. And the reason why I would invite her is because she's so new to me. 2, because I think as you get older, you're kind of content with the friends that you have, you know, so you kind of stop making friends along the way. You think these are my friends and these are my acquaintances and la la la. That's what I mean. So I think it's an added blessing when you're on your journey and you are the age that you are. You've got your little network, but you're still meeting people that you consider to be your friends. And I think because we're so different, but we're so alike, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm with you.
So that's why I would invite her.
Okay.
Yeah, so those are the 3 people, and that's the meal that I would choose.
Very interesting. Those answers. Okay, so if you was to go anywhere in the world, where would you go and who would you go with? And not necessarily thinking Valentine's, just in general.
Definitely Hawaii.
Oh, nice.
Hawaii is the one. I'm saying Hawaii is the one. I've never been to Hawaii. And I always wondered why I'm never hearing of people going to Hawaii, because I think it's such an amazing island, you know. And I've always wanted to go, and I've never been. And I know it's expensive, and I'm wondering if that's a barrier for people, or deterrent of people traveling, because it seems like the prices never go down. But that's definitely the place that I would visit. And I would take my daughter, because she's always wanted to go as well. I've always wanted to go, but we never had that conversation together. And then one time she mentioned that she'd like to go Hawaii, and I'm like, I want to go Hawaii. We're like, let's go.
Why not?
So yeah, at some point post lockdown, we'll make that happen.
Okay, nice. I look forward to seeing the pictures of that one for sure. Definitely. So back to Valentine's. So what's the most romantic thing that you've ever done for anybody? You know I'm cheeky. You know I like to ask these cheeky questions.
There's only one thing that really sticks out in my mind, and that was quite a long time ago. So I'm shaming myself here, but it was like during my infancy, of my chef life, and I made a 3-course meal, but it wasn't any type of random meal. So I was doing bespoke way back, but I didn't even know I was doing bespoke way back. You know, so it was like a bespoke menu. And for you guys watching, I don't do bespoke every day. That's not how I live. But it was a bespoke menu. But it wasn't just the menu, it was just the way that I dressed. I dressed the whole flat with roses and things like that. But now that I'm thinking, it's very romantic, but because it was so long ago, because I cook all the time, it's like, how romantic was that? If I was to do something now, it wouldn't be that. Although some people now would think that's really romantic. Because I did that back then, I'd have to switch it up now. Do you see what I mean? But I would say, because it was my infancy days, and because I put so much into it, and I didn't have the knowledge that I have now, I would say that's the most romantic thing that I've done. Because I was a little not like that, but a bit taller. But yeah, I was young.
Lovely. I would love some nice gentleman to make a nice romantic dinner for me. But you know,
it's a blessing, isn't it? I would like it too. I would like someone to.
Exactly. See, because as creators, we're the ones always doing. Do you understand what I mean?
Exactly.
That's the thing. So that's the disadvantage of being a creative sometimes. But we love it anyway. It don't matter. So. Right, so before we wrap up and say goodbye and start to enjoy our canapes.
You're sick. Did you do your cocktail?
Oh my gosh, yes, I did. Right, now, to be honest, you know, I'm a bit boring when it comes to these things, right? So I kept it fairly simple, but it's something I quite like, and I think we'll go, when I looked at the list that you sent me of what flavours would go.
Yeah, like the pairing list, yeah.
And I thought, okay, then let me give this a try. It's not, I've drank it before, but as a hot thing, not as a cold. So yeah. So I did. I literally got some lime, freshly squeezed some lime, and then I mixed a little bit of the argave in there as well. and that's how it came out. Yeah, you see?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can see. Yeah.
Okay, so let me have a little taste.
How is it?
Do you know, that's really nice? It's really refreshing. It's not that kind of like, oh, you know, like, because lime is quite sharp, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? So it's got that sharp. You can taste a little bit of sharpness, but the agave takes away that bitter, that sharp. That kind of blends nicely together. So that's quite nice, actually. I really like that. What did you do?
Wicked. So I did what is, I don't know what to call it. It's this. So hold on. It's rosé, grape, and rhubarb. So non-alcoholic.
Okay.
So it's just like in there. So I got this from Tesco's.
Yeah.
And it's fizzy.
Mm-hmm.
And then I added, hold on, pomegranate.
Ooh.
Juice of 1 lime.
Yeah.
Half a whole pear.
Yeah.
Ginger.
Yeah.
And mint leaves. And what I did is I just put it through the blender.
Yeah.
And then I said, because it's got like some little bits, I just kind of like sift it through.
Okay.
And then I got this. It's a bit cloudy at the top now because it's been sitting here for a little while. And then I also added a touch of agave syrup to it as well, just to give it a little bit of sweet.
Nice.
But it's good.
It looks so much more exciting than mine. I need to be better next time, for sure. It looks nice. Very, very nice.
It's
cool.
It's really good. Refreshing.
Yeah, that's what I like about this. It's quite refreshing as well. So
yeah.
Okay, so what would your advice be to anybody that is now starting their own business or thinking about it? What's the advice that you would give them?
I would say, okay, at first, in a sense, something that you're passionate about doing. It's so important when it comes to business to find something that you're passionate about.
Yeah.
Secondly, I would say just start, don't find excuses. I think a lot of us, I've been there, a lot of us are consumed with fear, and fear, it can be at times so detrimental, don't make excuses. Don't let fear consume you. If you're just giving an example, if you're someone on JSA and you say, I want to have this big plant-based restaurant, then that's a bit of a stretch. So you need to understand what it is, what it's going to take you to get there. And obviously you know that it's not going to happen overnight. So don't say, okay, I need to wait until I'm in a really good job and I'm earning loads of money. And then when I start earning loads of money, then I will do this. And it's like, how long is that going to take? Because even if you are in a really good job, there's still money coming out of your account. So, I mean, oh no, I've got loads of bills. I didn't know they would deduct so much in tax, So be realistic, just start, network with people. I'm a member of the Vegan Business Tribe.
Okay.
And what they said is that if you have a business idea and you don't know where to go, or even if you're just working on it already, something in the pipeline, approach people, connect with people that are already doing it. There's so many resources out there. There is really no excuse. Like, it's lockdown. What are you doing with your time? I understand that even if you're working, but what is it? We've got like 24 hours in a day, right? So it's like you need to prioritize and utilize that time. Even if you're for example, you're working from home and you've got 9 to 5. Okay, what are you doing on the weekends? I understand you might have kids and whatever, but if you really want to pursue a business, you have to find that time. Find a time that works for you, even if it may just be half an hour for the whole week, but at least it's something. So long as you're putting in, you will get back. The universe will say, okay, I can see that you do it. You're trying. All right, let me give you this. You see what I mean? But if you keep saying, oh, you know, finding excuses, you're never going to get there. So I would just say buy a journal. That I call it a journal. Just buy a book, start making notes, start connecting with people on the internet. There's a lot of freeness on the internet.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot that you can learn. So as long as you're doing something, then things will come to you. Exactly. So I think that would be my best advice to the people. Just start and don't make excuses, because you will never, it will take you forever if you ever get there, you know. And don't be consumed by fear.
Yeah.
You know, Tiff, you have the saying. What's the saying?
I do. Yeah, because I belong to a membership which is Akeshi Akinsaya, and it's called Creatives Corner. Do you know, it was the best thing I ever signed up for. I have learned so much through it. Do you know what I mean? And one thing she always says is, get comfortable with being uncomfortable. And I never did it at first, but I get it now. Do you know what I mean? Because, you know, you're always going to have uncomfortable situations, but you just need to get comfortable with being in those uncomfortable situations and push through. Exactly. You know what I mean? You know? So that's definitely my motto, you know, get comfortable with being uncomfortable, do you know? So,
exactly.
It's been so great, Tan, having you.
It has.
We always do chatterboxes and laughing and joking and having a bit of canapes as well to enjoy.
I hope you enjoyed them. You will enjoy them.
I am. I'm looking forward to eating these, definitely, for sure.
Me too. I already know what they taste like, but I'm still looking forward to eating them.
Looking forward to it, honestly. So guys, if you want to know anything more about Tanya, you can follow her on Instagram, and it's at Neozenti, and Neozenti is spelled N for November EO ZENTEE. And if you want to know more about me, I'm at and then became us on Instagram as well. Thank you so much again, Tan. It's been absolutely
Thank you for joining me.
Yeah, and guys, watch out for further more series with us too. Do some craziness and bit of cooking and stuff. I'm not going to say too much, but we've got exciting things coming up.
Yeah,
we've got exciting things coming up for sure. Thanks so much.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Ciao.